we can use the same idea of the area under the curve to find the position. So if we have the velocity, we're going to use the velocity that we just derived in the previous slide. If we have the velocity, we can plot that and use the area under that curve to get the displacement. And from the displacement, we can solve for the position at any time t. So this curve, if you think of the form as y equals mx plus b, the vertical intercept is the v0, and then the rest of it is a line with a slope. So this is the line v0 plus a0t. That's the equation of that line I just drew. We can separate that to find the area under the curve. We can separate that into two pieces. So we can think of it as a rectangle, which we'll find the area of, and sitting on top of that rectangle is a triangle. So we need both of those pieces to be able to get the displacement. So the displacement delta x is the area of the rectangle plus the area of the triangle. The area of the rectangle is the length times the width, and then you may or may not remember the area of a triangle is 1/2 the base times the height. I need a little bit more space for this one, so I'm going to move it over a little bit. So the length times the width, the length of the rectangle part is the t, and the height of the rectangle part is just the v0. So length times width for the rectangle, and then 1/2 the base times the height for the triangle. The base of the triangle is the t, so 1/2, and the base is t. And then the height of the triangle is just this part, which is the v minus v0. Now, I mentioned we want to use our expression for v that we just derived, where v equals v0 plus a0t. So I'm going to plug that in, and you might notice right away that the v0s will subtract. I get t times v0 plus 1/2 t, and these v0s cancel off, and I'm left with a t. Whoops, this was a t. I was thinking of replacing that v, but the t is still there. So this was displacement delta x is equal to, we usually write it v0t plus 1/2 at squared. There you go. That's the final. You can replace this with x minus x0 if you'd like.